Yo, what is going on YouTube? My name is Corbin and welcome to my channel. I am super stoked about today's video just because we're going to be talking about one of my favorite categories of clothing, which is none other than knitwear and sweaters. A little bit of background about me is that I am born and raised in Detroit, Michigan, and I currently live in Chicago, so of course I am no stranger when it comes to the cold weather. For me, having a nice sweater that I can wear underneath a jacket or something that will at least keep me warm if I wear it on its own is absolutely crucial when it comes to dressing for these colder winter months. In today's video, I just kind of want to talk to you guys about a couple of knitwear pieces that are in my current rotation that I pretty much wear on a daily basis. So without any further ado, let's just jump right into today's video. For the first item of today's video, I have got this mohair cardigan from Stussy. As you can see, it's basically just a black cardigan with their jacquard mask motif stitched throughout the sweater itself. I believe I picked up this sweater from either a Black Friday sale or like an end of year sale that they did about a year or so ago. I believe retail on this runs about $150 to like $160-ish, which if you ask me, for like a mohair cardigan is pretty damn good. When you compare mohair prices from other brands like Needles or ALD or any other brands like that, it's gonna cost you a check. So to be able to get like a nice high quality garment like this for just north of $100, I feel like that's not too bad. The sweater itself is a little bit oversized like most Stussy garments tend to be in my opinion, but just overall, I feel like this sweater is really quite comfortable. A lot of times I will just hang the sweater up on the back of my office chair and I'll just throw it on whenever I get cold to wear it kind of as like a blanket. Like that's just how comfy it is. But I guess with that said, we can jump into the next item in today's video. The next item in today's video is another piece from Stussy. I believe the official title of this is the Color Block Knit Polo Sweater. And I did get this a couple of months back as like an early birthday gift to myself. And I believe I purchased it from a store here in Chicago called St. Alfred's, which if you are ever in the Chicagoland area and you are looking for like menswear or streetwear places to shop, St. Alfred's is definitely a good spot to hit. But I guess what initially drew me to this piece is the overall like nostalgic vintage feel to it. The construction of the sweater reminds me kind of a lot of the knit polo sweaters that the character Henry Hill would wear in the movie Goodfellas. And I guess in addition to that, I really love the burnt orange color of this. I think that this color looks really quite nice against my skin. And also I just don't really have any other like button-up sweaters like this in my wardrobe. So I'm really pleased with this pickup and I'm super glad to have it in my wardrobe. I typically find myself wearing this with just like a pair of blue jeans and some loafers, and I think it looks really nice. It's like kind of classy, but also like pretty casual at the same time. But I guess with that said, I don't really have anything else to say about this sweater, so we can move on to the next item. Next up, I have got a quarter zip sweater from RRL. I picked this sweater up from a thrift store a couple of months back. As soon as I saw the RRL tag on it, I just knew that I had to have it. Honestly, I don't really have a ton of quarter zips in my wardrobe. Ever since I graduated from college and left the frat life behind me, it seems that most of my quarter zips disappeared from my wardrobe. But yeah, I don't necessarily wear this to like get fits off per se or anything like that. I more just kind of wear this as kind of like a nice comfy john. I wear this a lot just like around the house or to like the gym or just out to like the grocery store running errands or things like that. I really love the color of the sweater and it's really nice material and it's super comfortable to wear. Yeah, besides that, it's just basically a basic quarter zip sweater, so not a ton to say about this. So with that said, we can move on to the next piece in today's video. Next up, we have got a orange crew neck sweater from Uniqlo. I purchased this sweater probably about like 2 or 3 years ago now, and honestly, I'm very pleasantly surprised with how well this sweater has held up. I would say if you are looking to pick up some sweaters and you don't want to kind of go like a higher end fashiony route, or for whatever reason you don't want to go like a vintage or thrift store route, Uniqlo is really going to be your best option, I feel like. Uniqlo has a ton of super cool sweater cuts, from like this kind of more traditional crew neck finish to it, to like turtlenecks and rib sweaters and everything in between. Typically the price point is pretty solid. I think I probably got this somewhere between like $20 and $30, which for a nice knit sweater, I think you really cannot beat. I really love the color of this. It's like a nice bright color, but like it isn't too loud or out there. Like I don't feel like a clown when I wear this. I feel like I find myself wearing this with just like a pair of black chinos or like a pair of light wash vintage jeans and a pair of loafers, and it looks really nice. But yeah, again, just like another super basic item, but is something that's absolutely a staple in my wardrobe, and I wear this so often. For the second to last item in today's video, I have got another thrifted pickup. This particular item is a Brooks Brothers cable knit sweater in this super dark forest green kind of a color. The material of this, I think, is a 70% wool, 30% cashmere blend, which, considering I got this for I think like $4 or $5, I would say that that is quite a steal. It's a super basic sweater that I think looks really nice on its own with like a pair of chinos, or also I really like to layer this underneath like a blazer for like a little bit of a smarter look as well. In general, I would say if you are looking to improve your sweater game on a budget, I would definitely recommend going the thrift store route. I feel like almost anytime I go to a thrift store, the racks are always filled with like really high quality garments from a lot of those legacy brands like Ralph Lauren, Brooks Brothers, Izod, Chap, stuff like that. And I find it to be a really nice way to kind of pick up some really nice basic items and have that included into your wardrobe. But besides that, I really don't have a ton to say about this. This is a pretty basic item, so we can close out the video with our last item. Last but certainly not least, for the final item of today's video, I've got this beautiful vintage made in Italy wool sweater. I believe the sweater is dated to like the 1960s or so. I did pick up this sweater while I was back home over the Thanksgiving holiday from a local vintage store called Lost and Found, which is located in Royal Oak, Michigan. Quick little fun fact about that is that the owner of Lost and Found is actually the owner of the popular vintage store Moth Food located in LA. So if you ever find yourself in the Metro Detroit area, I would definitely recommend hitting up Lost and Found. By far the best vintage store that I found in the Detroit area. They've got really great selection, pretty solid prices, and the staff is really friendly as well. Definitely a must hit anytime that I am back home. But onto the actual sweater itself. The sweater, like I mentioned, is 100% wool, so it's really, really warm, perfect for the winter time. I really love the color of the sweater. This brown color goes really well with a lot of stuff that's already in my wardrobe. It's got a really nice thick collar to it. Probably my favorite detail of the sweater has got to be this bottom hem here. I really love how just open and squared off this hem is. I'm really not a fan of those sweaters that have the really thick ribbed waistline. I think that it creates kind of an awkward silhouette and it tends to be very unflattering. Whereas something like this, I think it creates a really nice flow to the top portion of your outfit into the bottom portion of your outfit. But overall, I'm very stoked to have this sweater in my wardrobe. And I'm definitely going to be wearing it quite a bit throughout this winter season here. That's pretty much all I've got to say on this sweater, so let's cut right to the outro and wrap up this video. Alright you guys, that's gonna just about do it for today's video. If you did enjoy the video, I'm gonna ask that you please drop a like and let me know in the comments what your favorite piece was. But with that said, I hope that you have an amazing day and I will see you very soon in the next video. Peace.